Hello, today I'm being joined by our Senior Policy Advisor, Carolina, and we're going to be talking about the Internet Standards Observatory, the ISTO. Hello, Carolina. How are you today?
Hi, Lucian. Good. Great to see you.
Where are you based today?
I'm based in Barcelona, which is home for me.
Great. So today I'm just going to ask you a few basic questions. Some of these I kind of know the answer to, and some of them I want to hear again for myself. So just starting quite simply, what is the Internet Standards Observatory?
Yeah, the Internet Standards Observatory is an initiative by the DNS Research Federation to prevent Internet fragmentation through standards. We offer tools to monitor Internet standards proposals and resources to understand ongoing trends and potential risks for fragmentation in the standardization landscape. Our vision is that internet standards should support the global free and open internet. And we see that in ongoing discussions about how to evolve internet standards and how to adapt networks to the needs of future technologies. Some proposals under consideration may actually result in the internet fragmenting. So, really, the goal of the observatory is to make it easier for standards participants to know what standards proposals may lead to fragmentation and therefore require more immediate community engagement.
Thank you. And in a way, sort of the answer was in that introduction that you just said there. But why is the Internet Standards Observatory so important for this mission?
I think the Internet Standards Observatory is especially needed at this time because we are seeing a series of important standards proposals being discussed that might shape the Internet of tomorrow. And the Internet community needs to be aware of those proposals and participating actively in these discussions about how and in what direction we want the Internet to evolve. And the observatory seeks in part to sort of facilitate that level of awareness. The observatory is also relevant because these important conversations that are taking place require more active engagement from the technical community, the private sector, policymakers, civil society. And there are currently significant barriers to engagement in standards development organizations across all these stakeholder groups that have to do primarily with how time and resource intensive it is to participate in standardization processes. And the observatory seeks to precisely address that challenge and contribute to facilitating the monitoring of standards and lowering those barriers to participation.
Thank you. And so more specifically back to the ISTO itself, what resources does the ISTO offer to those people that we want to participate and the people who are already participating? Thank you.
Right. So the core of the Internet Standards Observatory is our standards tracker, which is essentially a tool that relies on automated text analysis to identify proposals that may require engagement. So essentially, for the different standards setting organizations that we are tracking, we provide users of our platform with a list of proposals that merit engagement or monitoring. And since engaging in standards organizations can be very resource intensive, again, in terms of processing large volumes of documents or even understanding how SEOs work, our tracker intends to make that entire process easier for standards participants, saying, hey, if you're unsure where to start, these are standards proposals you should probably be looking at. And beyond the standards tracker, our online platform will have a series of support resources for standards participants. We will have a knowledge center where we will offer resources on how to engage with and how to assess standards proposals. We will be producing and funding research on internet standards and fragmentation. And lastly, we'll also have a blog to offer insights on trends in internet standards development and potential fragmentation risks.
I'm just going to give away a secret there. Carolina said we will have. I'm happy to announce that next week we will be betaing the new Standards Observatory as part of our new research centre. So more on that coming up. So Carolina, back to the core question. Currently, what organisations are we tracking, and what are the topics that we're focusing on?
Yeah, absolutely. So the organizations that we are tracking are three. The first is the Internet Engineering Task Force, or IETF, which is, of course, the leading organization for the development of Internet standards. We will also be monitoring proposals in ITUT, which is the standardization unit of the ITU. Specifically, we'll be looking at Study Group 13, which focuses on future networks, Study Group 16, which focuses on multimedia, and Study Group 17, which focuses on security. And lastly, we'll also be looking at ETSI, which is the European Telecommunications Standards Institute. And then in terms of standards proposals that we focus on in this initial phase of the project, we are prioritizing tracking standards proposals that could transform the Internet's core. So we'll be focusing on standards dealing with Internet naming and addressing, and networking and routing.
Thank you very much. And my final question, really, because everybody wants to know, how is it funded?
Yeah, so the Internet Standards Observatory is funded with the generous support of the Internet Society Foundation and the RIPE NCC, which is the regional Internet registry for Europe, the Middle East, and parts of Central Asia. And we are actually in the constant lookout for new partners. So anyone interested in the initiative, please do get in touch.
I was hoping you were going to say that at the end. Thanks, Carolina. That's great. Thank you very much, Carolina. And hopefully we can revisit with another video as we dive deeper into it. Thanks very much.
Thank you.